What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Jay representing Jam Master Fitness, and welcome back to another quick video. All right, today we're gonna go over week 6 on the Johnny Candito 6-week strength program and talk about my overall take on the whole program, how I felt, and just kind of do like a small little review as far as give you guys my numbers. Okay. So with that being said, let's get right into it. I know this video was long overdue. I had the notes on here, but I just sent it to my computer, so now I'm just kind of looking at my computer screen. So I'm just going to read to you guys what week 6 entailed, and then we'll go from there. So it says week 6, you have 3 options. Okay, option 1, you can skip week 6 and just use the projected 1 rep max from last week's 1 to 4 rep set, and then start a new cycle. Option 2, you can use the projected max for the next cycle, but take a deload week and repeat week 1, but skip the last upper workout. And 3, you can take this 6th week to actually find your 1 rep max, then either deload or start a new one, right? So determining your projected max, it says take what you lifted in week 5 and multiply that by 1.3 if you completed 2 reps, multiply by 1.6 if you completed 3, or multiply by 1.9 if you did 4 reps. So I did all the max reps in week 5. I go back and tell you guys those week 5 numbers, okay? So what I did choose was I chose number 2, use projected max for next cycle. So I just used the program to go ahead and tell me what my new 1 rep max was. I didn't go and take a 6 week to take 6 week the 6th week and then try to find my 1 rep max. I just went ahead and plugged the information in here so it could tell me what my new 1 rep max was, and I just did the multiplication and whatnot. So in my bench press, my 5th week was 250, go up 250 pounds, and I took that 250, multiplied it by 1.9 because I completed 4 reps, and it said that my new 1 rep max is 272.5 pounds. But I just said, I can either go up to 73 or 72, or we could just say 275, give or take. But it says it's like a 17 pound increase, which is not bad, which is I feel like is pretty great. Reason being is because before I had back surgery, I was already at 275, 280. So for me to go all the way back down to, my 1 rep max being 255 and jumping right back up in 6 weeks and being back in the 270 range. And like right now, cold right now, just drinking coffee, I can go outside right now and hit 275 for 1 rep right now, maybe 2, give or take. So I will say that my bench press, it did improve and it did go up. And I do appreciate this program for getting me back on that track with my bench press. Now, as far as squat, y'all know I did front squats. Let's go back to week 5 numbers real quick. And week 5, my squat was 180 for 4 reps. And if you go back into that video, I think I did those 4 reps. So I multiplied that by 1.9, and it said that my old 1 rep max was 185, and my new 1 rep max is 196. So I would say maybe 195 if you just want to kind of keep it on an even number. I mean, not an even number, just keep it on like increments of 5, give or take. And that's an 11-pound increase. I think that's great, even though since the program, I'll talk about that in a minute. Let's move on to deadlifts. So deadlifts, let's go back to week 5. Week 5, my deadlift was 270. I did do those 4 reps. You can go back and check the video. Multiplied that by 1.09, and that gave me a max 1 rep of 295 pounds, so a 20-pound increase, give or take. And, that's good coming from 275. But at the same time, for me personally, it's not good coming from, a few years back before my problems or whatever. I was in the 400 range or trying to stay in that 400 range. Now I'm just barely creeping up on the 300 range. And that probably ended up being my limit. Who knows? I don't want to injure myself anymore. So that's what I did for week 6. Now, as far as coming off of week 6 and doing that deload week and all that, I did do that deload week, but I did not start this program over again. And it's nothing bad on the program. I may run this program again in the future. So now let me just kind of go over my overall take of the whole program. Now, first of all, if you guys know me and been following my channel for a while, I've never ran a program ever on my channel. This is probably the first time I ran a program that somebody else did. And I actually can say that I enjoyed the program. I actually liked it. To dig into the mind of somebody else and how they train, I felt like his program, and I'm thinking of him in general, was pushing me, like to test me, like you can't defeat or can't complete my program. Like, no, I got whatever your program throw at me, I'm gonna crush it. You know what I mean? So it was just kind of good to go into somebody else's mindset of how they train or how they see, how they structure training, and follow somebody else's program. It was great. My lifts did go up, obviously. Like I say, being that I had the back problems, the surgeries and all that stuff, going from my old 1 rep max from when not my old 1 rep max, but looking at this program, my 1 rep max when I started this program to now, 20 pounds and 10 pounds and all that in 6 weeks. I could just imagine if I would have ran this program when I was, really good before I had back problems and all that, and I was like just hitting that 400 on the deadlifts. I could just imagine if I would have did this program when I finally completed that 400-pound deadlift, and you can go back and check the videos. Let's just say if I would have started that program then, at that moment, who knows where my deadlifts would be at right now. I wouldn't say it's in the 600s by now, but I probably would have ran this program 2 or 3 or 4 more times back then. Man, it would have been awesome. As far as my squat, y'all know the back ain't gonna let the boy squat that much, so I'm not even really concerned with that. But just to see that I actually put in some work and did increase by 10 pounds, I think that is like awesome. So I really commend this program for pushing me for 6 weeks, well actually 5 weeks, and it kind of pulled out a lot. It pulled a lot out of me. Some of those lifts did get heavy, but at times during the program, those lifts became just easy. Some of those 1 to 4 reps, for 250 pounds on the bench press, that stuff's easy. Now, at that time when I was creeping up to that weight, because like I said, I haven't pushed myself since my back surgery, it was kind of getting scary, like, oh my God, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this. But once I got in and got settled in, got my mind focused, I was able to crush all those reps. And I'm pretty sure some of you guys saw it, because a lot of people commented and said the bar speed and all that stuff was pretty good. So this program, overall, I will run this program again. I really highly recommend this program to some of you guys, even for beginners. Reason being is because it's going to tailor. Now let me take a step back. Let's talk about as far as it being strength. I will give this program to a beginner to help him increase his strength. This is not going to get you, aesthetic. It's not like a bodybuilding type workout, but it is a foundation that you can actually put this program into like a bodybuilding routine as far as your bench, squat, and deadlift. So just to kind of give you guys an idea of what I mean by that is I was actually thinking of still continuing at some point here to pick this program back up, but erase everything else out of it and just focus on the bench, squat, and deadlift, but put my own variations to my workout. Meaning if I go to the gym and I'm doing push, pull, legs, on my push day, I will use this bench press calculation for those 6 weeks still, or however many weeks I want to run it, maybe past 6 weeks, who cares, right? And just keep regurgitating the cycle. I would use this bench press format right here to keep myself honest on my bench press, and then all my accessory work, that's on me. I wouldn't use this program for my accessory work. I would use my own knowledge for my accessory work. As far as squatting, I would still go in the gym and use this for my front squats, knowing that I probably wouldn't increase my 1 rep max. I probably would by increments of maybe 5, if this is making sense to you guys. And I would still use this the same way like I would do bench press. So I would still go ahead and use it for squats, but then do all my own accessory work, not use this program's accessory work. Not saying that the accessory work in this program isn't up to par. It's just that I know how I train and what my body responds to nowadays, from being that I've been training for so long now. I know what my body responds to. So, like as far as deadlifts, I would use this program to keep track of my deadlifts. And then after I do those deadlifts for that session, I would go into my own accessory work, whether it be I felt like hitting my shoulders, or I felt like, I looked in the mirror and my back was kind of lagging, or my biceps needed some work, or my forearms needed some work. I would do my own accessory work, because like I say, I've been training for so long that I know what my body responds to. But I would say that this program will keep your bench press, your squat, and your deadlift. It will keep you honest. If you do not know what your bench, your squat, or your deadlift is as far as max, this program will help you. If you want to stay connected to like strength as far as bench, squat, and dead, the big 3, this program will keep you grounded. And it will keep you structured around those 3 lifts. So I highly recommend this program as far as these lifts. I highly recommend it to everybody. Beginners, everybody, try it. And even if you're a beginner, test out what your 1 rep max is. Drop it off in this program and run this shit for these 5 to 6 weeks and see what you end up at. But like I say, accessory work, stuff like that on this program, I understand it because I've been training, so I get his whole idea. I've read the PDF and all that. I get his whole idea behind all these things. But it's just that, I'm one of those kind of guys that I don't feel like everything isn't going to be tailored for me. This program is generic for everybody. And so some of those accessory things and stuff like that, it's just not tailored for my body type and how my body responds to certain training, because I have tendencies to put specific workouts, specific movements after certain movements. You know what I mean? So it's just a whole nother ball game for me. But anyway, just to kind of sum it all up in a nutshell, on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being I would highly recommend this program to you, I would honestly, and this is being honest, guys, I would honestly give it about a 9. And some of the things I said earlier, you can kind of get the gist of why I say that, but it's only really tailored to me and how I think as far as accessories and stuff like that. But I really believe that this program can help a lot of people, and I will be running this program here in the future. Not the full program, but just running it for my bench press and my deadlift, because when it comes down to squats and my legs, y'all already know that stuff kind of hurts my back. So for my leg workouts, I've been doing a lot of dumbbell lunges and stuff like that. So I'm just building my legs up with other exercises minus the squat. But I will put 135 on the squat bar, on the bar, a front squat that for a few reps, maybe five sets of 10 or something like that, and then go into all the other little leg exercises that I can do. So I really wouldn't use this for myself as far as squatting, but for that bench press and deadlift, yes, I will use that. And deadlifts, the reason why I say I still use it even though I got the back problems is because I don't have to go that heavy. There's nobody for me to impress. I don't have to go that heavy in deadlifts to get a good workout. I don't have to pull that amount of weight anymore to get a good workout, even though I would love to pull that amount of weight, and who knows, maybe in the future your boy might just be able to pull that amount of weight again. Who knows, right? But anyway, I've been rambling. My coffee probably done got, oh no, it's not cold. I've been rambling. I hope some of this stuff I said made sense, like I always say, because I don't rehearse these things. I just kind of go dive right into it, try to stay on topic as best I can. So if this video has been helpful to you guys at some point, hit the like button. I really would appreciate it. It helps the channel grow. Shouts out to everybody who's running this program right at this moment. Jarrell Fitness. Yes, watching you, brother. So shouts out to everybody who's running this program right now. Hope it's going good for you guys. Just a little bit of forewarning. The higher you get up into those weeks, the heavier those lifts will get. It's been your boy Jay representing Jam Monster Fitness. I want you to go out there, work hard, train hard, and stay motivated. And I'll catch y'all on the flip side, man. Peace.